BlackRock really does a historic move today. Then, Shiba Inu announces an insane collaboration. However, despite the hype, Shiba Inu continues to crash, leaving other people to lose their hope. But Shytoshi Kusama reacted quickly to this. Are we going to finally see the light at the end of the tunnel? Or will this bleeding continue? And what does BlackRock have to do with all of it? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. There's a crazy announcement from the Shiba Inu team today. They've just revealed a game-changing collaboration with Chainlink. That's right, Shiba Inu is teaming up with one of the biggest names in the crypto world, and this partnership is already sending waves through the community. It's a major deal for Shiba Inu, especially since this collaboration is all about boosting the project's credibility and unlocking some serious potential. In short, they are integrating Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability standard. By doing so, Shiba Inu is setting itself up to be much more accessible, with greater utility across different blockchain networks. This means faster, more secure, and more seamless transactions, which could really help the Shiba Inu ecosystem grow and thrive in ways we haven't seen before. But here's the thing. Despite all the excitement surrounding the Shiba Inu and Chainlink partnership, the reality on the price charts is a bit more sobering. Shiba Inu has continued to take serious hits. In just a few trading sessions, it's lost nearly 20% of its value. The price has slipped below key support levels that traders usually watch, like the 50-day moving average, and it's now hovering much lower, even dipping into territory that signals deeper concerns. This sharp drop is a clear sign of the heavy selling pressure that's currently dominating the market. Right now, Shiba Inu is facing a tough battle, and the momentum seems to be going in the opposite direction of those optimistic price predictions. This ongoing drop in Shiba Inu's price has left a lot of people feeling skeptical. After all, even with all these exciting new partnerships and developments, the token just keeps dipping lower. And naturally, that's only fueled more fear and uncertainty among the community. People are starting to wonder, what exactly is going on? Why does the price keep falling despite all the positive news? Well, the answer actually ties back to Bitcoin. It turns out, Bitcoin has been experiencing its own price decline recently and drags the entire crypto space with it. But what is actually happening? Well, Bitcoin ETFs are facing some crazy outflows right now. In fact, there's been a major shift in the crypto world, with Bitcoin ETFs seeing their largest net outflow ever in history, valuing almost $672 million. This sudden surge of withdrawals completely breaks the usual trend of steady inflows, and it adds a big piece to the puzzle when it comes to how institutions are dealing with digital assets. The biggest chunk of this outflow came from Fidelity, which saw a massive withdrawal of almost $209 million. This is a huge deal because it highlights a shift in institutional behavior and raises some serious questions about what's happening behind the scenes. But here's the wild part. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF stayed rock solid. While other companies saw massive outflows that shook the entire crypto market, BlackRock didn't see a single one that day. And that's insane when you think about it. The rest of the market is bleeding out, dragging every coin down, yet BlackRock's ETF stands untouched. This discovery is blowing people's minds because it just adds to the legend of the BlackRock name. It's like they're playing by their own rules while the rest of the market scrambles to keep up. Now, it starts to make sense why when Bitcoin dips in price, Shiba Inu follows suit. Since Bitcoin is often seen as the leader of the crypto market, its movements tend to impact the rest of the market, including Shiba Inu. When Bitcoin's price drops, especially with the recent outflows from Bitcoin ETFs, it sends a ripple effect through the entire crypto ecosystem. This means that even though Shiba Inu has its own developments and partnerships, it's still closely tied to the performance of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin is struggling, it's not surprising that Shiba Inu and other tokens are feeling the pressure too. It's all part of the bigger picture in the crypto world. However, speaking of the bigger picture, analysts aren't too worried. In fact, many are saying this might just be a minor correction, and they're expecting a big price explosion sometime next year. One well-known Twitter analyst even shared his thoughts on the situation in a recent post. He asked, "Will this Bitcoin dump get worse?" And then went on to explain that they're closely tracking a fractal from December 2023. Basically, he thinks we could see a little more of a dip before things turn around. But in the end, he's confident that Bitcoin is poised to skyrocket in the first quarter of the year. So, while things might look a bit rough right now, the long-term outlook is still incredibly bullish. On top of all that, The analyst shared even more insight in another tweet. He pointed out that based on historical charts, Bitcoin usually sees a solid 40% return in December, especially during a halving year. But right now, we're only seeing a modest 1% return. He made it clear that there's a massive gap to fill before we reach the typical returns. To highlight this, he posted a chart showing Bitcoin's monthly return, which clearly shows how far we are from the usual gains. This is important because if Bitcoin manages to close that gap and sees those typical returns, it could trigger a big surge in the market. And if Bitcoin rallies, altcoins like Shiba Inu are likely to follow suit. So while things might seem quiet for now, the potential for a major bounce back is there, especially if the trends play out as expected. This really highlights that there's a lot of potential growth waiting for us. What we're experiencing right now is just temporary, and it's important to keep that in mind. Lucy, a Shiba Inu team member, actually echoed this sentiment in one of her posts. She said, "In the long term, this crash means nothing. Focus on the vision, not the noise." What she's getting at is that short-term setbacks, like the one we're seeing now, shouldn't distract us from the bigger picture. The vision for Shiba Inu's future, with its partnerships and growing utility, is what really matters. While the market may be down right now, it's just a blip in the grand scheme of things. If we stay focused on the long-term goals, those temporary dips won't seem as significant, and in the end, the real potential for growth is still very much alive. And if that wasn't enough, Shytoshi Kusama, the lead behind the Shiba Inu ecosystem, has also stepped in with a bold statement aimed at shutting down all the haters and doubters. This came after he reacted to an X post from popular crypto expert Del Crypto, who pointed out that Kusama had already made a move that effectively quieted the critics. In the post, Del Crypto said, "Shytoshi Kusama makes haters quiet." This statement comes right after the huge news of Shiba Inu's partnership with Chainlink. Del Crypto even suggested that the partnership was exactly what Kusama needed to silence the critics once and for all. Interestingly, Shytoshi Kusama didn't just leave it there. He acknowledged the comment, saying he hasn't silenced the critics yet, but promised he would do so soon. This response hints that something big is on the horizon, and under Kusama's leadership, the Shiba Inu ecosystem might be preparing to drop another groundbreaking move that could shake up the crypto world. While Shiba Inu is facing some challenges right now, especially with its price, the future still looks incredibly promising. With the exciting partnerships, the leadership of Shytoshi Kusama, and a community that continues to show unwavering support, Shiba Inu is clearly positioning itself for something big. Despite the temporary dips and the critics, the vision for Shiba Inu remains strong, and it seems like we're just on the brink of something game-changing. The Shiba Inu community is more united than ever, and with the right moves ahead, the future could hold incredible growth for both the project and its supporters. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Shiba Inu update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.